My name's Justin and this is Noorsheen. Kat's going to be modelling for us and we're all from Stoke on Trent College. Today we're going to be showing you how to apply self-tan correctly. We're also going to be showing you how to avoid streaking and how to avoid looking like a tangerine.
Okay, there are 3 different types of tans. There's lotion, spray and gel tan as well. Some tans are instant and you can wash them off straight away, whereas some you have to leave them on for 8 to 12 hours, which have a guide colour as well, which lasts you 5 to 7 days.
What works for you may not work for your friend. This is because of different skin tones, different skin colours and different skin textures. Some stores offer you a patch test on tans. It's a good idea to do a patch test on yourself if you're new to tanning. This will help you see what the guide colour is like, what the colour will be like after you've washed the guide colour off, and also if you're maybe allergic to the tan.
It's really important to not just open a bottle of fake tan and stick it straight on, because you will definitely not get the results that you were expecting. There's a couple of things that you need to do first. You need to wash off any deodorant or any perfumed products, as this will cause the tan to turn green once you're tanned, and I'm sure you don't want to be green. Yeah, and you have to make sure that you do exfoliate your skin before you apply the self-tan. This is to remove all the dead skin cells as to avoid any patchiness, and you will also get an even skin colour as well.
People end up looking like a tangerine because they overload products. Don't be fooled by the guide colour. The guide colour is simply there to give you a nice even coverage so you know where you've put your tan and you won't end up with streakiness. After 8 to 12 hours you can wash the guide colour off and it'll leave you with a natural looking tan. When applying self-tan, think ahead. Some tans can take up to 12 hours to develop and you may not achieve your desired look after one layer. This is why it's more important to do yourself a patch test so you know what the colour will come out like and you don't overdo it. So this is the exfoliator we're going to be using today. It can also be known as a body polish with some fake tans, which is what the fake bakers call, which we're using today. You can also do your exfoliation whilst you're in the shower or bath to make it easier for yourself. I'm just going to massage into the client's skin to remove all the dead skin cells. You concentrate on areas like the heels, the elbows and the knees. This because tan tends to clog in them areas as they can be quite dry. You need to make sure that you've got all of your exfoliator removed before you apply your tan. I'm going to remove the exfoliator with a mitt and hot water. Now I'm going to apply the lotion tan to the back of the body. I'm wearing gloves to protect my own hands and I'm just going to put it on in a circular motion. Be sure to apply in circular motions rather than up and down. This will help avoid streaking. I've just used a pea size for the moment. I can add to the tan if I want to, if the client would like it darker. Just make sure you're blending it all out on the edges and keep it going all the time. I'm just filling in any little gaps that I may have missed when I've done the lotion. Again, blending it in circular motions. If you're using a mitt to apply the tan, it's sometimes easier to blend your lines in. So this might be the preferred method if you've never done it before. Some kits do include a mitt, but they sell them in most stores for just a couple of pounds.
We're first going to apply the spray barrier to the heels, knees and the ankles. This is to avoid the tan clogging in these areas. The spray or the moisturiser does come part of the kit if you do buy it as a kit, but you can also buy it individually as well if you like. You have to make sure you really work it in to avoid any clogging in there. Be sure to apply the barrier spray on the feet as well. On the toes first, to avoid clogging in the toenails, and once again on the ankle and on the knee as well. Spray the spray barrier on the elbows to avoid the clogging, and also onto the wrist as well. Now you've got to make sure around the hands you don't apply too much, because the inside of your hands will be lighter than the back, so it will be a bit obvious if you've put too much fake tan on. So you've just got to blend it into your natural skin colour.
If you're going over tattoos, such as the one on the client's back, you'd just go over it as normal, it won't affect it at all. Piercings, such as the one that my client has, you wouldn't generally go over them, you'd just go around them and get as close to the piercing as possible so you're not leaving any white marks around it. The tan's dried straight away on my client, so it would be alright for her to put loose clothing on after. If you were to wear tight clothing, the tan might rub off onto the clothing and it'll affect the end result.
There are many benefits of using self-tan compared to sunbeds. They are much cheaper, so it won't cost you as much as sunbeds. It's quicker, it's much more efficient, so it won't take you very long, whereas with sunbeds you have to have a course for a couple of weeks or even months sometimes, depending on your skin tone. You can control where you tan and how much you tan as well, and most importantly you avoid the risk of skin cancer as well with self-tan, because it uses no harmful chemicals or any UV rays.